I'm singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. I'm smiling again. Just singing in the rain. You know, I don't give a shit about ever watching A Clockwork Orange ever again. Oh, there we go. Secure your umbrella. Let's just secure the umbrella, please. You know, you're wearing a mac for the rain. Good morning, Governor. How you doing? Let's secure. I'll use a park bench. I'll use one of these benches. We'll use the straps with the Velcro thingy. How are you? Good morning. Welcome to Live and Learn, the Morning Gratitude Show, where we start off our morning with gratitude. There we go. Oh, come on, you. Stop being a little bitch. I don't like motion rides. I don't want to go on the roller coaster. Shut up, you little bitch. I know, this is great television, huh? Okay, come on. All right, there we go. The umbrella is secured. Yeah, and I'm not going to need it for coming home either. That's the big kicker, huh? Oh, I've gained so much weight. My boxer briefs have turned into Speedos. They're crushing my junk. Oh, great. 5:08 a.m. Coffee, tea pass, Charlie card, Charlie, Clea. What do you mean, invalid? Fucking assholes. Where do they get off doing that? That's panic invoking. No, these are the little things that we need to be able to weather in life with the weather. Alrighty, let's get to it. Let's start off our day with some patriotism. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. Drop my umbrella. With liberty and justice for all. Here we go. Awesome. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Oh, I already just did that. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Good morning. Let's get to it. Welcome to your day. Happy Friday. It's time for Live and Learn, the morning gratitude show, here coming to you from Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America, North America, planet Earth, third stone from the sun in the solar system, which is located in the outer spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, which is part of a local group of galaxies from our perspective, inside of the Virgo cluster of galaxies, inside of the Laniakea super cluster of galaxies, which is inside the known universe, which could be part of an ever-evolving mystery and a tapestry and mosaic, and the yet-to-be-realized, unplumbed, unrealized, unfathomed, unmeasured multiverse of all possibilities. That's right. It's 5:10 a.m. here from Boston, Massachusetts, first thing in the morning. And we start off our day with gratitude. Adjust your attitude with a little bit of gratitude. Some gratitude will give you some much needed perspective. And from that perspective, you will find a greater purpose. And in that purpose that you find, there will be a slim glimmer of hope. It's called peace. Yeah, that's the plan. Well, that's what I've got from this experience. 5 years of doing gratitude lists, and that's my result. And it just took sticking to it. Part of sticking to it took me making a method. And because this gratitude list idea did not come with instructions. It didn't, so I had to bootleg everything. I had to improvise. I had to make it tailor, custom fit to me. So I start off my gratitude list with what I call the foundation, because you need to, like any engineer or builder knows that you need to build a solid foundation that's capable of supporting the weight of the existence that rests atop of that, safely and confidently, So I start off my gratitude list with what I call the foundation. And my foundation is hello. I'm getting texts. Hi, Dad. Hi, Hoppy Poppy. And I am grateful for my family, my friends, my faith, my freedom, my health, my union job, a good night's sleep, a solid breakfast, the peace that comes from being single, and my own personal measure of sobriety in the struggle, and the benefits of keeping to it. Yeah, it's a journey. It really is. Oh, here we go. Is the train coming? Oh yeah. Hot chick on the subway. Do you think she's going your way? Dun, 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 dun. You think she's got your time for a date tonight? Dun, dun. You think she's gonna make you feel alright? Hot chick on the subway. Bum, 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 bum. Happy Friday. Train is coming around the bend. I hear that train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Here it comes. Here you go. There's your choo-choo. There's the sub. Well, it's not a choo-choo. It's because that would be a steam locomotive. This is an electric train. You want electric buses and electric cars. Why not make a third rail? That's a third rail. All right, here comes our train. Ladies and gentlemen, let's commute. Alrighty. Oh, I was going to hazard not using my umbrella this morning, but I stepped out of the dwelling, my mom's condo, and I stepped right back in and got my umbrella. I don't think stand by. Here we go. I don't think my little raincoat is gonna cut it. But then by the time I get to the subway stop, the rain completely let up, and it's not supposed to rain later. So great, I got to tote my umbrella with me all day. Well, coming home, that is. And I wanted to go food shopping after work. I'm at that quandary point where I'm like, okay, I really want Chinese food because I found a really good Chinese food restaurant. So the money I spend for Chinese food will feed me for approximately 2 to 3 days, depending on how much of a pig I want to be. But that same amount of money spent at the supermarket, that could feed me for like 5 days, maybe 6 days. Kriya Shakti. Kriya Shakti. Those are one of my magic words. And, there's something in Hinduism called the 5 Shaktis, and they're appeals to the goddess Shakti. Ishta Shakti, Yan Shakti, Kriya Shakti. There are 2 others. Oh gosh, bad theologian, bad Hindu. Should memorize one for each hand. I mean, one for each finger. I should have just memorized it. But each one is a devotion and an appeal to the goddess spirit, and but specifically Kriya Shakti means, may I spontaneously generate the right choice with every moment or with every decision. And it's not the best choice for me per se, but it's what is the best choice? What benefits? Kriya Shakti. They're magic words, and they make things manifest. And it's a principle I've been living by for about 15 years. So, when I got really headfirst into the Bhagavad Gita, the wisdom that came from my guru Deepak Chopra, and which led to the Bhagavad Gita, that was translated by Mahatma Gandhi, and then to Sri Eknath Eswaran. There's a lot of magic words. But those are my main gurus. Guess what? They're all from India. They're all Hindus. And so buttons. So Kriya Shakti, may I spontaneously make the right choice. Yeah, it's a good intention, and it focuses your intention. And it's one of my filters. And there are a bunch of these Hindu words, and I call them magic words because they summon, they inspire, they focus, they make things manifest. They're a target for your intentions. They're a filter for them. Put your intentions through these magic words. There's plenty of Christian words too, plenty of Jewish words. It's got to be some Muslim words too. Just for me, the Hindu magic words work the best. So buttons, like Loka Samgraham. Loka Samgraham is the job that we were born to do. Loka Samgraham. Swadeshi. It's an important principle. It was popularized a bit by Gandhi himself, but essentially Swadeshi means service. Now this is the definition I got from Deepak Chopra's interpretation too, but it means service to others, especially those who are distant from you, especially those who consider you their enemy, that you should treat them just as well as you would a friend in terms of service, selfless service. The spirit of Namaste is I salute the Lord that lives within you. The Lord within me salutes and recognizes the Lord that lives within you. So Swadeshi, it just means selfless service. But especially those who are distant to you, either geographically, but especially ideologically. And we need more of that these days. It's one thing, I've been turned on to a podcast. It's wicked fun. Well, it's not fun at all, to be honest. It's just wicked smart. It's called Trigonometry by Francis Foster and Konstantin Kisin. They're 2 Brits in the UK. Morning, Harry. Pretty good. Bruins win last night? Are you kidding? I'm sorry.
The best thing about those games is that I'm in bed by the time they start.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Jeez. The Bruins lost. Go figure. So buttons, right? So yeah, so Swadeshi. Okay, so trigonometry. They always end the show. It's like we end the show with the same question we always ask: what is the most important thing that we're not talking about? And they have like this amazing spectrum of guests: conservative voices, liberal voices, middle voices, popular voices, unpopular voices, political opinions, cultural things. What's wrong with the UK? Is the West really being slowly, disintegrated, and by whom, and for what profit? I learned so much about the United Kingdom and about our friends Britain and about their current policies, things that they call net zero, and how net zero is going to completely scud their military. Yeah, these are true things. And how kind of like these are noble goals, but they're quite harmful to the security of a nation. But then you have academic postmodernists who want to redefine the notion of nation and of border security, and how are we supposed to compete with China or India or Russia? Or the middle, or the Muslim world, with a porous border, with a fractured culture. If this is going to somebody's plan, it's quite obvious. It's not a conspiracy. Where's my tinfoil hat? But trigonometry always ends their podcast with the same question. It's the same question we ask everyone. What is the one thing that we're not talking about? And for me, I'd say it's forgiveness. Be it debt forgiveness, loan forgiveness, credit forgiveness, but especially ideological forgiveness. I mean, look at the left. They think it's the same people that are going to side with Palestine have suddenly adopted terror tactics. Go figure. And I just think it's amazing that conservatives and Republicans and the people on the right haven't responded with wholesale violence or escalated. Now someone on the left is gonna counter that. Oh, they already have, with with deportations and striking down their the Department of Education and putting that unelected official, that unelected Elon Musk in charge of everything. He's got to suffer. I mean, I can be sold on ideas. I can be sold on good ideas. Heck, I can be sold on bad ideas. I'm still a weekly comic book buyer. A lot of those are bad ideas. But I mean, where's forgiveness? What would it take to achieve that? What do you It just, who's giving you your marching orders? Where did you come up with this idea? Now I understand he's he's a very polarizing times and polarizing people. But you're adopting violence and mayhem. Actually, mayhem is a legal term. It means, mayhem literally means to physically disfigure someone with the intent of making them unhireable, or that they can't, you can't perform a job. So like Game of Thrones fans. So when Vargo Hoat chopped off Jaime Lannister's right hand, that was mayhem. You know what I mean? By definition. Or when, somebody throws, a glass of acid into a young woman's face to disfigure them because they're being, divorced or rejected, or, they're standing up for their, human rights. That's mayhem. So mayhem is literally its own thing. But what is the one thing that we're not talking about? It's forgiveness. Forgiveness can be earned. Forgiveness can be Christian too. Like there's a sense of Christian forgiveness that's like I will forgive those who have harmed me out of the Jesus that lives in my heart, because that's what he wants. Forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not, oh, how does it go? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. And yours is the power. That the little rider thing. The yours is the power and the glory. That was never part of my Our Father in my little Polish church, in my Irish neighborhood of Andrew Square, South Boston, Massachusetts. Our Lady of Czestochowa. Or down the street at St. Monica's, where we had to go after I misbehaved myself out of that parish and parochial school. But yeah, forgiveness. Swadeshi. What is the what is the job I'm meant to be doing? This is the job I'm meant to be doing. Being, a YouTuber, an ordained minister, but being a professional chef. All these things serve the Lord that lives in other people, especially being a chef. People at work were like, oh, you're so smart. What are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm actually quite a poor student. I literally have very little aptitude for remembering complex things. I'm not a specialist, I'm a generalist. It's kind of like there's a Frank Herbert's Dune. There's a profession. It's called a mentat. The mentat is the human computer, the thinking machine, because the computers have been banned because of AI. Go figure. He wrote that in 1965. So a mentat is not a specialist. A mentat is a generalist. A mentat knows a lot of things about a lot of subjects, but to have complete laser focus on one speciality would take away from everything else that you need to know about in order to have a synthesis and to have to have the lateral vision in order to connect the dots. Yeah, so I'm a generalist. They're like, oh, you're so smart. What are you working here? Why are you a cook? Well, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I serve people. I make delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food for hungry people that pay a price for that. It's capitalism. It's competition. It's artistic. It's nurturing.
JFK
It's nurturing. It's beneficial. I have a lot of energy. I have a divergent attention span. I mean, I literally have to worry about 4 or 5 things going on at once. What am I going to do? Burn the sauce because I'm busy chopping onions? Hence, it's an application of being a generalist, And I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. And I don't really even have an ideology anymore. I do come off as being pretty conservative, I know that. But I'm a conservative with liberal values. Or I'm a classic liberal with a lot of conservative values. And I've always been that. When I was in high school, all my best friends were Republicans and pretty conservative. And I was the one hippy-dippy one. Now in my adult life, all my in real life friends are left-leaning to far left, progressive Democrats. And I tend to be the most conservative voice in that pack of them. But that's been consistent all my life. I'm okay with that. I'm still of the opinion that an eagle needs 2 wings to fly, a left and a right wing. But I want to tell the conservative people out there, I know, just resist that urge. You're being baited into stepping up and being violent. You're being baited to the escalation. You know what I mean? And there, lo and behold, it's my childhood bedroom. Hello, little Sully. Yeah, I mean, is that the intention of it? Is that like the hiding purpose behind it all? Is for mayhem to break out? For real violence in the streets? Because once that happens, then you can apply martial laws, then you can get the military involved, then you can get soldiers in the streets with rifles keeping the peace. Then you can get even more stifling social laws. I think these things are beyond Republican and Democrat, beyond progressive and conservative. I think that is the threat to democracy. It's not the Republicans, it's not the Democrats. It's the forces behind that are putting these two scorpions in a box and shaking it up and then wanting to watch them fight. Let them fight, and then whoever wins, well, they're the useful idiot that you take out afterward. That's how it was done in Iran. That's how it was done in Soviet Union. That's how it was done in China. And now, if you know your history, you can say, hey, this smells like that. This tastes like that. If this has every, indication that is the intention of whomever could be pulling the strings. Now, no tinfoil. I don't know. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. But this has been your Apolitically Incorrect Friday show here at Live and Learn, the Morning Gratitude Show. I'm grateful for my wisdom, for my mind, for my interpretations, for the ability to share them here on YouTube. I'm grateful for everyone that tunes in. I'm grateful for everyone who's subscribed to the show. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that button and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make content here, usually daily. I'm on YouTube like 7 days a week, man. Geez, aren't you sick of? I'm sick of seeing me. But really, I'm hoping to break 2,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So please subscribe and enjoy the content. Leave a comment. Leave a criticism. Leave a request. What would you like me to talk about? What are you grateful for? Let me know. Is gratitude working for you? Also, tune in tomorrow, Saturday, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern at Thinking Critical for the comics aficionados. I'll be on Wes's show along with an amazing panel of fellow nerds and geeks talking about this week in comic books. I'll also be on my own show Sunday, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, the Super Sully Sunday stream. You guessed it, talking about comics. And I should be doing a spot with Jim Werner from Weird Science, as we're on tap to review at least minimum 2, maybe a couple more Marvel comics from this week. So stay tuned and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. So thank you so much for listening to my spiritual babblings. Have a great weekend. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you with more videos. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.